Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be showing you how to draft this deep V neckline jumpsuit. Let's get started. First you want to trace out your front and back bodice block, starting from the bust that I'm tracing all the way to the armhole, the shoulder, the front neckline, center front, all the way to the waist and stopping at one leg of the dart. Now the reason I'm doing that is because I want to transfer the bust dart to the waistline dart. Putting a pin at my apex point, I'm going to move my pattern so that my dart closes at the bust. Now when you do that, it opens at the waistline dart. Once that's done, I'm going to continue tracing my front bodice block. Now that that's done, I'm just going ahead to make my lines bold so it's clear to see. Also trace your back pattern. Now beginning with the front, I'm just going at making sure that my shoulder to waist measurement is correct. Then we're going to start from the center front. From the center front neckline, I'm going down 7 inch. I'm making a point there. Now this depends on how deep you want your V neckline to be. Also at the shoulder neckline, I'm going in by 1.5 inch and I'm using my curved ruler to connect those points, creating a new neckline. Once that's done, from the new neckline, I'm marking 1.5 inch. And also under the arm, I'm going down 2 inches, making a point there. Also using my curved ruler to connect those lines. This will become my new armhole line, or the new style line for my underarm. Now finding the midpoint of my shoulder line, I'm going to go down from that point 5.5 inches and make a mark there. On my side seam, I'm going down 3 inches and I'll connect that 3 inches to the 5.5 mark I'd made from the shoulder. Repeating the same measurements for the front. At the center front, go down 3 inches and connect that to the 5.5 point. Once that's done, I'm going to use my curved ruler to draw in my princess seam line. And we're going to take contour from the princess seam line because we don't want any gaping at the shoulder. So the contour is 5.5 inch. Now this depends on how your bodice block fits you. Mine has a lot of excess in it, so that's why I'm taking all this contour. Also at the neckline, front neckline, on the new style line, I'm going down by 3.8 of an inch, and I'm connecting that to the old shoulder point. That way I'm taking excess contour from the front and also from the style line in front and also at the shoulder, at the armhole. Now I went down 3.5 inches from my apex towards the waist and I went in 1/2 inch, and I'm connecting that 1/2 inch back to my apex point. And from that point I'm going to draw a straight line from the 1/2 inch to the waist. Now this is also excess I'm taking out from the under bust, which is also called the empire. Now that that's done, I'm going in to mark my notches. These notches are very important when it comes to joining, when it comes to sewing, because you need to join those two pieces together. Mark my notch at the empire and also at the apex point. Now that that's done, we're done with the front pattern, so you go ahead and trace your top inset pattern. The center front will be on fold. You want to cut 2 of that, one for fabric, 1 for lining. Cut your side pattern 4, 2 for front, 2 of fabric, 2 of lining, and your center front you want to cut 2 of that, 1 of garment and 1 of lining. Now we'll move on to the back. So basically we're doing the same thing we did for the front here at the back. Starting at the center back, I'm going down from the neckline 9 inches because that's how deep I want my back V to be. At the shoulder, we're repeating the same measurements for the front, which is 1.5. Connect that with our curved ruler. Now that that's done, from the new neckline at the back, we're going down 3 inches, and then from the new neckline at the shoulder, we're marking 1.5 inches, and also at the underarm at the back, we're going to mark down 1.5 inches as well. Now the reason we're marking this point is because you want the measurement at the side seam for the back to match with the measurements at the side seam for the front. Now I'm going to go ahead and connect those points from the shoulder to the side seam. Now we're going to find the midpoint of our shoulder, and from that midpoint we'll measure down 5.5 inches, same thing we did for the front. And mark 3 inches down from the center back and 3 inches down from the underarm, the side seam, and connect those points to the 5.5 inch. Now that that's done, on your waistline you want to mark 1/2 of your apex to apex point from the center back, and then draw a straight line towards your shoulder, and then you want to take 1 inch that from that point, which is marking 1/2 inch on both sides of that line. Now you want to connect those points together to form your dot. Once that's done, you're done with the back pattern. Marking your notches, trace out both panels the top inset and the back bodies. Also take contour from the shoulder point, which is the same thing for the front, 3/8 of an inch. Connect that to your shoulder line. Trace out your front inset, add your seam allowances and trace out your back inset, mark your seam allowances and trace out your back bodies, adding your seam allowances as well. Once that's completed, we're done with the bodies of the jumpsuit. We're going to move on to the pants. Now I already have a pants block that fits me fine, so all I'm going to be doing to this pattern is increasing the height of the waistline by 1 inch. This is because when I wear the jumpsuit, I want there to be allowance around the crotch area. I don't want the crotch to ride up into my bum, so I'm adding 1 inch at the waistline. And because my pattern already has seam allowances, so I'm just adding my 1 inch from my seam allowance. Extend my dart line to the new waistline. Also at the center front, my pattern has a fly front zipper, and because I won't be needing that fly front, I'm going to be folding it inwards. Now moving on to the back pattern, we're just going to be repeating the same step for the back. Once that's done, the patterns are complete. Now these are all the pattern pieces we have here. Have your front top inset, your center front, your side front, and your pants, your front pants. Then we have this back inset, your back bodies, and your back pants. Once that's complete, we're done. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. See you next time.